Hello everybody. Thank you so much for joining me today. I am Auntie Moira, and as promised, this YouTube video is going to be dedicated to every OC that is left on my Twitter and Blue Sky comments. I'm going to try and get through every single one of them, and it's going to be 3 things that I like most about your OC. There's a couple of rules that I need to talk about in advance, so let's just get those out the way. Rule number 1 is that I will not have that much time to talk about your OCs. On Twitter alone, there is 280 comments that I need to go through, so yeah, just to be conscious of time, I'll be short and sweet, but I will tell you 3 things at minimum that I like about your character. Rule number 2 is that if there is anything NSFW or borderline mature, I won't feature in today's video, just as it needs to stay in the guidelines of my YouTube channel. But I do appreciate that you have shared those characters with me, so thank you very much. And I think that should be everything, so let's get into it. So the first character is going to be Connie Sky. Connie, I absolutely love your character. I have for a long time. The 3 things that I like most, so number 1 will be their color palette. I love the use of pinks and purples together. They're very bold colors, so it makes your character stand out a lot. The second thing that I like most is actually because I know this character's personality is how confident, how bold, how flirtatious they can be. I think I adore that in a female character. The third thing that I like is their silhouette. I'm going to say this with a lot of characters as we go through all of these characters. Their silhouette, especially their upper body, their head is quite spiky. It's quite a identifiable silhouette. So I think they're the 3 things that I like most about your character. Thank you so much for sharing them with me. I love them. We have Omega Sunburst with Scorch the Fox. The first thing that I like about this character is their sharp teeth. I love sharp teeth on characters in general, and they kind of give off this chaotic gremlin. Anytime I see sharp teeth, I always think chaotic gremlin. That's what I'm getting from them. The second thing that I like is the tips of their fingers, the claws. They're orange, and I really like that because typically people would normally do white claws or black claws, but the fact that they're orange, it just goes really nice with the rest of their palette. And speaking of the palette, the third thing that I like is their outfit. The red and whites just go really nice with the rest of the oranges that are used. So overall, it's a really nice palette. He's given off confident gremlin. I also love how Buffy is on the chest. He's quite a thicker character on the upper body, and I really like that. You don't typically see that often in Fox characters especially. So yeah, awesome. Thank you. Next we have Asturias Parkour. Let's see. I know this character already, so I already have, again, pre-existing things that I like about them. Number 1 is their athletic, fast energy that they have. You can see it through the artwork and the stuff that you commission other artists to do. You can see that this character is a big explorer, running and jumping through the different zones, the different rooftops. Look at the background of aggressive here. I love that. The second thing that I like most is their outfit is so cool. I absolutely love the belts with the text on the belts. I love the sort of I don't know what the name of it is. It's the sort of, I don't know if it's crop. It's the hoodie, but it's literally just the upper chest of the hoodie, and then you wear a vest top underneath it. I don't know what the terminology or type of outfit it is, but I just love that design. It looks so good. The third thing that I like most is the promotion of water drinking. If anybody knows Astu and their character, you will know that they promote you to stay hydrated. So if you're watching this video right now, please go get yourself a bottle of water. I have one right here. I'm going to take a drink. Thank you, Astu. Next, we have 24 Claws. And these are me and Gumi Lloyd's OCs, Cerise and Angel. They're really nice names. They were childhood best friends who lost contact and in that time, Angel died at a young age. Oh my god, and came back to life with a demon inside her. Wow, okay. That's emotional. Wow, so the first thing that stands out for me, the first thing that I like is you're already telling me the story, and that is a very unique story. I've never seen that used in a Sonic OC before. That absolutely is so cool. And the second thing that stands out for me is I feel like you could take these Sonic OCs, if they are Sonic OCs, I apologize, this is why I'm saying you could actually take them away from the Sonic franchise and do your own thing, your own world. So I am curious if these are Sonic OCs or your own OCs when your own built world. Either one works, right? And then the third thing is it's so emotional. Like I'm feeling so emotional looking at these pictures. The artists that you've given credit to are very talented. They're telling a story. These OC designs are so pretty. I get this like 80s aesthetic with the different colored ribbons and sort of 80s colored outfits here. Incredible, yeah. Thank you so much for sharing these with me. I'm incredibly intrigued and impressed. Next is Ruby the Vixen from Arcus Zero. Yes, I have drawn Ruby before. You commissioned me to draw her and Purity together. Because she's a treasure hunter, you concepted that they would work well together. And that absolutely shined through in the piece of art that I finished. But yeah, if she's a vixen, then that absolutely shines through. The first thing that I like is if she is a fox. You've definitely pulled that out with the palette, the design. She gives off a cute little vixen. The second thing I like is what I was talking about before, the fact that she's a treasure hunter. I will instantly fall in love with a character that's a treasure hunter because it just falls in with my personal aesthetic for my character. And then the third thing that I like is the casual outfit. She wears an outfit that you would expect someone who's just a treasure hunter to wear, something comfortable. A lot of people question my character's outfit because it doesn't look like she's a treasure hunter, but yeah, it's just an outfit that I've had on her for years and I'm not going to change it, so. But yeah, that's the three things that I like about your character. The next one is Eon the Hedgehog. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Ion. I've seen this character for many years, and the first thing that stands out for me, the first thing that I like most is the silhouette. I know I've said it a lot. If I did a black overlay on this character and I put him next to, say, the other main boy Sonic characters, Sonic, Shadow, Silver, and even Amy or whatever, all the hedgehogs, he would stand out and I'd be able to identify him. He wouldn't get mixed in with the rest of them because of the way the quills come forward and over his head. So that makes that sort of silhouette unique. The second thing that I like is he's not overly complicated. He's staying in line with how an official canonical character would look. He's got the right sort of not overly designed but unique things that make him stand out, like the shoes and the big buckles on his bracelets, the gems and stuff like that. They're something that I would see on a canon character. And then the third thing that I like is the two different colored eyes, and the reason why I like those two different colored eyes is because one's green and one's red, and they sort of like play into the elements of the character's main colors. One green eye matches the green stripes that go through his body, and then one red eye matches the red gems on his cuffs. So, you know, in my mind I'm like, oh, are they connected? If he powered up with just the red eye glow alongside the gems sort of thing, it makes me think about like why that eye is red, and that's a good thing to have when you're designing characters, to make other people think. So yeah, awesome, thank you so much for sharing them with me. Next is Static the Hedgehog. We've been friends for a while now. You know how much I love this character. I'm going to be saying this a lot. There's a lot of people posting their characters who I'm friends with, so there may be some personal friendly bias in this, but I don't care. This is my feelings, my reasoning to why I like a character. So the first thing is the quills. The fact that they're so straight and angular gives him this this silhouette that I know alongside Sonic would be similar to him, but I know his lore and he's like an alternative dimension Sonic-esque type character. So I just love that spikiness of him, so sharp. The second thing that I like is the color palette, the bright yellow, the fact that he uses electricity, so it works really well with that sort of thing. And the shoes, blue and yellows work nice together. They always will. They're such a nice palette to have. And the third thing that I like most about him is his goofball, silly nature, because I've seen a lot of discussions about him, and I've also done artwork of him myself multiple times. I'm connected to his energy. He's so silly, he's so goofy. He's just energetic 15-year-old, you know what I mean? Who's just like, you know, wants to help but also be an absolute idiot all the time. So yeah, I love him. Well done. Next character is Sacred Dawn, and their main character, Blossom. Blossom's a really pretty name. And they are a professional extreme gear racer. The first thing that I like is the are they a tiger? I think they're a tiger. The fact that they're a pink tiger, and because their name is Blossom, and that goes with the pink palette, I love that those two go together, so it makes sense why her name is Blossom. The second thing that I like is just instantly from this piece of artwork is, though her eyes are purple, she looks like she's using some sort of green power here, and I am very intrigued about what that is. That makes me instantly question, like, you know, ooh, what's this power with this character? I would love to know why she's doing that on this picture. And then the third thing that I like is her outfit. It's got this sort of symmetrical, see the way her eyes are purple, you've also got these like little purple gemstones on the boots, on the belt, on the neck piece. I love symmetry in character designs, and I get complete symmetry from her, so her outfit looks really cool. Yeah, she's really beautiful. Next is Ashen Voice's character, which is Candy, spelt with a K. I love this character. You know I love this character. We've known each other for a long time. First thing that stands out, the dominant pinks and purples. I've said this before on other characters, pinks and purples go so nice together. The fact that this character is called Candy as well, you know, that works hand in hand with that sort of like pink, sweet, sugary feeling that you get from the character, and their name being Candy. The second thing that I love is the freckles. I'm going to zoom in on this so people can see it. The fact that she's got like pink freckles all over her body, it's just so unique. You do see freckles in characters, but you never see them almost looking like sugar sprinkles. And again, that falls with the name, Candy. And the third thing that I like is the sparkles going through, specifically the pinks in their quills. I absolutely love that. This character just looks so bubbly and fun. You've done an amazing job with their design, so well done. Blue Tool, you are up next. Let's take a look. Immediately on the first and second picture, the one thing that stands out to me is like the use of colors in your character. They're all very low saturation. You've got like the black coat, the grey fur, white on the outfit. There's no color to that, but then you have these really bright blues going through the eyes, the little bits of diamonds attached to the coat, and then the weapon itself. So it makes me immediately look into your character's eyes. It makes me immediately look at your character's weapon and what they've got going. The second thing that I like most is I've got this feeling about your character, just looking at especially the night one here. I get this feeling of your character, they're so courageous, and they would just fight to the end of the earth to keep people safe, especially their loved ones. You know what I mean? I hope that makes sense. And then the third thing that I like most is I want to go on an adventure with them. I know that might tie into the second point. They make me want to go like on this like awesome, wondrous adventure and learn things from them, and just see them using their weapon and their abilities in front of me, and just like talk to them about like where they got all this ability and from and all this skill from. Yeah, they're a great design. A fourth one is I just love the coat design and all the belts and buckles. Kind of gives me a Sword Art Online. That character kind of made me feel like that a little bit, but yeah, awesome. Will be Aztec the Kangaroo. I love this character a lot. The first thing that stands out to me is the unique design, to the point where I see her in the games. I see her as a canon character. The design is just that nice to me. The second thing that I like most is the jewels used on the outfit. If I took the jewel and the blue orbs and I just put them in front of somebody in the fandom who's aware of characters and said, who do these belong to, they would very likely go, oh yeah, they belong to Aztec. There's such a unique, identifiable thing that your character has. It's just it's so them, and yeah, they're like a statement design, a statement silhouette to your OC, so they're a really awesome design. The third thing that I like most is, I'm going to go to the second lot of pictures, these. You never see people crossing over Pokemon with Sonic OCs, and I adore that. I love that you always have her in this Team Rocket design outfit, and you also feature Houndoom, which is, I would say, my third favorite Pokemon. Yeah, absolutely amazing. Next on the list is Cinder the Fox, from Firestorm Fox. I love Cinder, I have for a while. So number one is their palette. I love the use of the purples and oranges together, they go really nice. The second thing is their eye color is grey. You don't really see characters with grey eye often because, you know, grey is colorless, right? It's the lowest of saturation, but I think it looks really nice, especially if the character's overall palette is quite bright with orange and purples being the main palette here. And then the third thing that I like is the fact that they are a fox, but they look more fox than Tails. Tails is obviously a fox from the franchise, but the way Cinder's design is, it looks more like a fox with like the dark brown tip around the tail and the tipped ears and stuff like that. Yeah, they're really pretty. I love them. I love the expressions here. They're just so stoic and unfazed and unbothered. The next character is from Artie. And oh boy do I love this OC so much. I'm so in love with them. Let's just go in there. I'm just gonna dive in. I'm gushing right now. He is, the first thing, number one, is he is a traveling samurai, and it definitely sells through the design. He's got this samurai aesthetic with his outfit, but it's not overly complicated, which can happen with samurai designs and outfits. He looks really, really well balanced for a Sonic OC. The second thing that I like most is the personality. I have pre-existing, again, knowledge of this character. They are so well balanced. They're not overconfident. They can be shy at times, but yet they're so good at their craft and their skill. And they are so respectful to others. They are inquisitive. That can get them in a little bit of trouble sometimes, which has happened with my character. Yeah, I love their personality so much. And then the third thing that I like most is the general color palette of their fur. The deep dark browns on their dominant fur, but the soft browns on their muzzle, ears and tail. It just works so nice with the rest of the palette. I could go on for days about this character, but I do have to be short and sweet. Thank you so much for sharing them with me, Artie. Oh, you know how much I love them. Next is Jinx Howlia. Hello Jinx, how are you, my friend, my buddy? First thing that stands out to me for the character's design is the very vibrant neon yellowy green that shines through their eyes and that big bunch of hair or bangs on the front of them. The character's overall colors are dark, but then when you throw this vibrant color in there, it stands out so nice. The second thing that I like is the big poofy chest fur that comes all the way back behind them. That's really, really nice. I want to run my fingers through it. I said it on another character. I love big fluffy poofy stuff, and I want to shampoo and condition it and look after it and trim the split ends off and make sure it's neat and tidy. And then the third thing that I like is not so much, I'm gonna fall off the character a little bit, but talk about the aesthetic of the artwork that goes around them. There's something like sci-fi and technical, and the fact that you've used these sort of like portals in some way around them, it signifies something about that character, like this sort of like cyberspace, maybe teleportation or traveling between dimensions. If that's what you're trying to give off using your art and all the effects around them, then I think that does tie in with the character's design, and they go hand in hand. So I hope that makes sense. But yeah, awesome. Next we have Azure Arts, and we have Ignitus. That's my artwork here, yeah. So me and Azure Art are good buddies, so I've had the pleasure of watching this character evolve over the years. So the first thing that I like most about this character is, again, I've said it so many times and I will say it forever, I don't care, silhouette. If I did a color overlay of black on this character, aligned him up with other characters, I would be able to pinpoint them, and that's because of the ponytail style quills, which I'll go into the second point, which I like most about this character. When it comes to Sonic characters, you do have characters who put their hair in ponytails, but you don't usually see it for male characters, especially hedgehogs. Their hedgehog quills are usually just out and spiky, unkept, or long. You don't often see people's OCs with their quills tied back, so I think that's pretty cool. And the third thing that I like most is the red, blue and white together. I think it's really nice. I'm gonna throw a fourth one in here. I like the touch of yellow on the tips of the quills because that coordinates with the one yellow eye. And I'm always intrigued why a character has a different colored eye. Is there a reason to it? Was it just the way they were born? But yeah, lovely character design. Thanks for sharing them with me, Azure. Next up is Kaimatsu with Rain the Porcupine. Beautiful. Oh, so beautiful. I feel like I say it for every character, and I apologize if I do repeat myself when I say palette. Palette is so important. For this character's palette, I get this like earthy, ground, sooty, dusty feeling from her. The second thing that I like most is the fact that she's a porcupine. Porcupines for OCs used to be so common, and now I don't see them often at all. I feel like Tenrix are really taking over sort of like the new sort of spiky OC genre, if that makes sense. So yeah, seeing a porcupine and, you know, seeing the way that the quills change color on the tips, which is typical for a porcupine design, is really nice. And then the third thing that I like most is the use of all the shiny jewelry. Because the character's got a lot of like these low saturated, dusty, dark, earthy colors. When you've got these bright gold shining through on the ears, the necklace, the belt buckle, the big chains around the wrist, it's just really nice. It all works so nice together. So yeah, gorgeous character. Absolutely love them. I love all the little freckles and spots on their face as well. That's really nice. Next will be Bluchio's character. I hope I'm saying your name right, Bluchio. I apologize if I'm not. And it will be Stella the Bighorn Sheep. Oh, absolutely. The first thing that stands out is silhouette. Silhouette is an important thing for characters, especially if you want them to be unique. If I completely did a color overlay of this character and made them black, and then I said, can you identify this character based off the simple shape of their body? People would be able to identify it. They've got just this unique standout silhouette, especially with those pigtails that come down at the bottom with the big poofy ends. That's such a important thing to have, so well done on that. The second thing that I like most is their colors, because they're pastel style colors. They're the blues, the pinks, the purples. They're very light, they're very soft, and I think that ties into that sort of like dream, fantasy, mystical fortune teller style. So I hope that's what you were going with. I know that she is a fortune teller, so the colors that you've used really plays with that. It's usually things like pinks and purples and blues that lean on the mystical side. The third thing that I like most is it's how in tune with canonical design you've made this character, meaning I could see them being an official character in the games. I do believe that there is a sheep, and they're quite, I wouldn't say similar, but they have like a similar palette and maybe even concept that they're like, you know, they're mystical. I'll put the character on screen, I cannot remember their name, but that shows that I know that you made this character before this official character exists. It shows that you've got that mentality of, you know, what's a unique character, what palettes have not been used in the franchise, how can I make this character look mystical? You've absolutely done that, and the fact that there's an official character that exists with that sort of aesthetic shows, like, you know, again, how in tune you are with it. So, you know, hats off to you, well done. Next from RTH64 we have Kelly the Hedgehog, who is a hairstylist. I've seen this character quite a lot in my server because you post in my Discord server. She's really pretty. Again, I've mentioned this with other characters. I love characters who just wear a nice cool casual outfit, and I feel I could put that outfit on and rock it. Like, I could wear that outfit right now and I'd be so relaxed. Just a nice pair of shorts, a little crop top, and having my hair tied back or whatever. It's really nice. Number 2, there's something that you don't see in many OCs, and she has this, and it comes from originally Rouge the Bat, where the character's main fur color is on their head, but then the rest of the body is quote unquote, I'd say, shaved. There's no fur on it. That's what I get from this character. She has her black hair, but then the rest of her body doesn't seem to have fur on it. You do not see that, so I think that's quite unique. And then the third thing you've mentioned is that she's a hairstylist, and it goes really well with her design, right? Like, if she's got this like big beautiful afro, I can imagine, like, you know, she puts a lot of time and effort into her own hair. Yeah, she's so pretty. The bright purple eyes as well. There's loads of little things that I just think are really, really cute. Next is from Chowbucks, and it is Macchiato, and she's a barista. I love it. Your name is Chowbucks, like Starbucks. You've got Macchiato as a character, and they're a barista. What a nice combination. The first thing that stands out for me is the use of coffee colors, right? I guess that's the idea. All these different tones of browns and soft oranges and pastel yellows, they just work all hand in hand with each other, while the eyes being very dominant and green and bright. The second thing that I like most about this character, based off the reference sheet alone, the different types of energies that they have, they seem to be such a lovely character. They're so pleasant, they're bashful, they're emotional. That's really pretty. Oh, that's adorable. And then the third thing that I like most is Bro, she got cake? She caked up? I'll have some cake with my coffee, please. I'm so sorry if that's inappropriate. But yeah, beautiful character. Next is Cleo the cat. And I recently drew Cleo the cat. I'm working on a commission for you specifically, Cleo, so I got to read the reference sheet a little bit, and I really like them. The first thing that stands out to me is the palette of having your character's main fur color just being really dark and black, but then the outfits that she wears are bright purples, and they go really nice. That's sort of like really dark color to a really vibrant color, so they're opposite ends of the vibrancy spectrum or whatever. The second thing that I like is the bright blue eyes. You don't see blue anywhere else in the outfit, so therefore the eyes are quite a statement thing. I immediately want to look into their eyes. And then the third thing that I like most is their stoic nature. I know that from the reference sheet. They're quite like, you know, what's the word? They're very limited to the emotions that they show. They're very quiet. They're very flatline. And I've noticed that they're always with their phone. I love the little ghosty on their chest as well. I noticed that on the reference sheet, the little spooky ghost. I think that's the ghost from Pumpkin Hill on Sonic Adventure 2, right? I could be wrong, but yeah, they're a great design. Thanks for sharing them with me, Cleo. Now we have Lunar Hollow Wolf, and their character is Luna, unemployed world wanderer. Pretty. Okay, the first thing that I like most about this character is, I know that I've said in other characters that my favorite set of colors to use is red, white, and blue. Very much next to that is like yellow, black, and red, or a very dark color with yellow and red, and those are the colors that are used in this character, and they just work so nice together. Second thing that I like most is the silhouette. I know I repeat myself with this, but those big spikes, really big spikes or hair coming out at the bottom, and the big ears would instantly help me identify who this character is. The third thing that I like most is the outfit choice. She just looks absolutely freaking adorable. It's such a cute dress. I love the pattern that's on the dress as well. She's really cute. I want to know more. She got like electric powers here. Let's have a little read of the profile. Oh, she's related to Shadow. You know what? That makes sense with these colors being used here. She does have Shadow-esque colors, absolutely the blacks or the dark, the red and yellow. So if that's what you were trying to portray with Shadow coming through, it works. Awesome. Cliff Noir with your boy Cliff the Hedgehog. I've drawn this character a bunch of times. I've seen you post their design often on Twitter and my server. So the first thing that I like most is their outfit design. The soap shoes used are cool. Who the hell doesn't love soap shoes, right? So using them with your character is awesome. The second thing that I like most is the varying outfits. I've noticed that you like to change their outfits, so especially the short jacket here. I think that's really cool. I love the split in the pants as well. That's another thing I like about their outfit. And then the third thing I like about your OC in general is the fluffy chest. I want to run my fingers through it. I love a good fluffy chest. I'm going to comb it, I'm going to condition it, shampoo it, blow dry it, maybe put some little clips in there. But yeah, awesome. Thanks so much for sharing them with me, Cliff. Next character is from Michi. I instantly love this character because he recently commissioned me to draw her, and I loved her so much I was like, I'm gonna draw her twice. Is it pronounced Latska? I hope I'm pronouncing Latska correctly. The first thing that I love is the body. The body is so beautiful. We don't get enough big, soft, plump, squishy characters in OCs, so immediately I'm so in love with that. The second thing that I love is the hair covering her eyes and never really being able to see her eyes. I love that sort of thing in characters. It's unique, and it gives a little bit of intrigue about the character, like mystery from K-pop Demon Hunters, you know what I mean? You never get to see his eyes, but you really want to see them. And then the third thing that I like most is she's very strong. I wanted to pick me up. I wanted to put me over her shoulder and carry me around for the day. She's just messy. She's very my energy. I love her. What a fantastic design. Okay, the next character is Cryo the Fox from Glacier Cakes. Hello. I recently drew this character. I actually think the picture's here. Yeah, that's the picture that I sketched and Glacier colored it. So what I found that I liked most about this character, number one, was the, the fluffy coat that she's wearing. The fact that it comes down past her shoulders and it rests on her inner arms and falls down her back. It's so beautiful. I've never seen that done before. It's such a lovely design. Number two is the winter aesthetic that I'm getting from her, the cold feeling that I'm getting from her, not just from the expression, but the ice powers, the outfit, the palettes used. It's so, so nice. The third thing that I like most is it's the markings on the eyes. And a lot of people, when they do markings on eyes, they're usually like these really thin lines or little spikes, but they're the way that they've placed them, the way that you've placed them on the face, it just looks so nice. I absolutely love it. I could go on forever about this character, just like that she's an Arctic fox alone is just so beautiful. I love ice. I love elemental characters in general, like I was talking about Tanza in the previous character discussion. But yeah, amazing. Thanks, Cece. Next is Cheshire Squad and their character Mimi, who is a Tasmanian devil, which is really cool. You do not see Tasmanian devils often. So that's the first thing I will point out that I like, is Tasmanian devil is a unique species that you never see much of. The second thing that I like is the fact that your character doesn't wear pants, but she will happily wear a cropped hoodie on her upper body. She must get a cold butt, right? And then the third thing that I like is the overall body fur palette that you've used. So there's like this bluish gray going on, but then there's like 4 or 5 shades of it. You've got the low dark shade on the legs, the normal body fur, the light gray, the eyelashes are lighter, and I actually like the red as well on the inner ear that goes with the eye color and their nose color as well. It's just little subtle things like that that make you look at the face. The yellow in the eye makes me want to look at her face. Yeah, it's a really cute design. Next we have Dark Noise. There's 2 characters in here, so I'm happy to give feedback on both of them. The first character is, the first thing that stands out to me is are these augmentations on him? I don't believe he is like a full metal character, but they look like sort of like upgrades on his body. I think the way that they're put on there is really intriguing. It makes me instantly want to question what's going on, why he has these sort of patterns, these designs. The second thing that shines out to me is the eyes. It got that Metal Sonic. Metal Sonic's eyes were quite scary to me, and I feel that with this character they're quite intimidating. The third thing that I like most is lions are actually my favorite animal on the planet. I think this is inspired by a lion almost. Sorry if I'm wrong, but that's what I get from it. I love this fluffy thing down here. The way the mane fluffs out after drying, that's so cute. I'm gonna throw a fourth one in there really quickly. I love the weapons, the boots especially. I mean, I know they're boots, but they look like weapons to me. I don't want to get kicked by them. So yeah, lots of different things that I like about this character. And then for the next character is, me and Dark Knight go back a very, very long time. We've been incredibly close for years. We're actually reconnecting quite recently through like going to conventions together and stuff like that. It's been wonderful. The first thing that stands out for me is the dark blue and white palette of the outfit. Works so nice with the bright vibrant blue of his main fur color. The second thing that stands out for me is, it's related to the outfit, but you did put pants on him, and I think that's kind of important for male Sonic characters to not have pants. I think there's an unwritten rule about it for Sonic designs. And then the third thing that I like most is, this is based off the history of and how much I've known your character. You've had that character for a very, very, very long time, because we've known each other for a very long time, and you've kind of stayed with his design. You haven't gone too far off what he originally looked like, but he's still unique and different, and I appreciate that, because I do the same thing with my character. Purity hasn't changed too much since the very first day, so our characters have that similarity with each other, if that makes sense. But yeah, awesome. Thank you so much for sharing them with me, Dark Noise. Next one is from Zero Guts. This is Odium, and he's the 4th Chaos Emerald and the manifestation of hatred. Excuse me? He's the 4th Chaos Emerald? Oh my god, I love them! Oh, this is a cool character. Are you kidding me? So the first thing that stands out to me is just that this unique head shape, the bright green that stands out from the completely zero saturation of the rest of their body. The second thing that stands out to me is it feels like there's a ship going on between them and Shadow, right? The fact that like Shadow is like all low saturation and bright red, and this character is all low saturation and bright green, it just feels really nice. And then the third thing that I like most about this character is I feel you could take this character away. I've mentioned this on another character earlier on. I feel like you could take this character away from the Sonic fandom and put it in anything, because that's how unique the design is. Odium works well in Sonic, and Odium would work well outside of Sonic. But yeah, it's so awesome. What a really freaking cool concept. I love it. D from Chow D. Hello. Thank you so much for sharing your character. Let's take a look. I've seen this character before, but I've never looked at them like in detail and like this. So the first thing that stands out with me is how, number one is how symmetrical the character is, but then how non-symmetrical little elements of the character are. So if I did a black overlay on the character, there would be symmetry to it, but because of the colors that you've used and the fur patterns being completely, you know, non-symmetrical, they're different all over the character. The little patchwork on the outfit is in different places. They just stand out so well for those things alone. You've done a really good job at, like, you know, making the fur color stand out. The second thing that I like is, I've just noticed the bottom right is how the tail puffs up when they are styled. I love that. I love when people take like real life animal elements. The way the ears stick up, the fur poofs out. Maybe they will hiss and curl up or arch their back when they're angry or something like that. That's the second thing that I like most. Oh my god, I love this reference sheet. The third thing that I like most is the shoe sole, the little pattern. I'm picturing that when they're walking in snow and leaving these like little paw print sort of designs behind them based off their shoes. Oh, what a cute character. Thank you so much for sharing them with me. I love them. Oh great, someone started drilling outside. Can you hear that? Always when I'm recording videos, damn it. Oh my god, the drilling outside. I'm gonna lose my mind. Every time I go to record a video, someone decides to pull a lawnmower or a drill out. Anyway, the next one is from Avosu Art, and it is Hush the Hedgehog. I've seen this character lots of times on my Discord server, as you are active in there. So the main thing that I like, number one, is the quill colors, and the reason for that is a lot of people, when they do black hedgehogs with different colored quills, someone would normally do those, see the white streaks that you have going through your character's design, they would normally be red. It's just to make the character more symmetrical and reduce the color palette. The fact that they are white makes this character stand out so well and so unique, because it brings a lot of attention to the character's head, and it's sort of like a dominating sort of standout color amongst the other dark colors. So it's such a great way of doing different colored quills. The second thing that I like most is the outfit. It's very detailed. It gives off like a biker sort of feeling, but I also get that from the picture of her on the bike doing the famous slide. So, you know, that also gives me the feeling that she's she's from like a biker group or something like that. The robotic arm alongside that outfit is awesome. The use of the green on the arm gives off the chaos drive energy. I am curious if you could tell me, if I put a different colored chaos drive in this, say like a purple one, would the color of the chaos drive shine through? Let me know. The third thing that I like most is the subtle blue in her eyes. If I was making a character like this, I would have just done green and be done with it, because it's symmetrical. I've used the color in the arm, but the fact that they're blue, it's just so nice and so soft. There's a lot of attention, even though her outfit is very detailed, there is so much attention on the face for me. So that says a lot. You've done a fantastic job of sort of like bringing the attention to the right places. Good job. Next we have Shu 0696. And the character is Raise the Hedgehog, a creation of mixing Sonic and Shadow's DNA together. Oh wow, that's really cool. So Sonic and Shadow mixed characters are quite common. I've seen quite a lot of them in the fandom over the years. I gotta say, this is probably the most unique one I've seen in a long time. The gradients, so let's go through the three things. Number one is the gradients of the red and blue going through the quill patterns. You've took those elements of both the characters and added them together. That's really nice. The second thing that I like most is the yin-yang-esque symbol on the front of the head is awesome. I really love that. I can immediately identify Sonic and Shadow through this design, just based off that yin-yang, based off the colours. You wouldn't have to tell me that they were like a DNA. You could get confused with a fan child or something like that, but yeah, I'm instantly feeling the vibe that you're trying to give off. And the third thing that I like most is the boot. The boot and glove designs are so nice. They look really, really good. I like the long shoulder level gloves. I like the fact that you've the gradient of blue and reds, you've also incorporated that into the shoe. I'm not sure whether that's the super form here at the bottom right, the my boy. It would be cool if it was, but that might be a different OC. But yeah, overall, I think they're really cool. Great design. Oh, I love the way the strip goes up their back here as well. They look quite buff as well. I'm sorry if I'm going through loads of things. They look really buff compared to normal Sonic characters. Yeah, great design. Well done. Okay, the next character is from, hopefully I'm pronouncing this right, Ami Tayua, and their character is Dust. I know we've talked about this character briefly in the past, and I think it's because they would actually quite get along with my character, Puri. They would have good conversations because they are too into like ancient cultures and history and archaeology, right? So that's the first thing that I like most. It's my personal bias, but I like characters that are, you know, in tune with history, because that's exactly what my character is. So the idea of our characters sitting together having conversations about cultures and stuff like that makes me sit and think about your OC, so that's a very good thing to have. The second thing would be the colours that you've used for the character. I absolutely love teals, whites, and like these soft pastel oranges or reds. Those work really well together. One of my friend's characters uses like a similar palette, completely different characters, Hilda the hyena, but she uses those teals, she uses reds and whites, and they just work really nice together. So yeah, the third thing that I like most is look how cute they are. I mean, come on. Look how fucking adorable this character is. I want to pick them up and like hug them. I want to hug them so hard that they snap like a glow stick and drop to the floor, and then I have to run away from the police because, yeah. Thank you so much for sharing your character with me. Serenity the Hedgehog. Oh, they're really, really pretty. I love the use of pinks and blues together. That bubblegum aesthetic going to them. So that's number one. The second thing that I like most is their outfit. It's so cute and frilly. I love the little frilly gloves. I love the thigh-high boots with the little angel wings on. That's absolutely adorable. And then the third thing I like is the name. I love the name Serenity. That's so nice. It's so soft. She's a fairy hybrid as well, not like fairy as in fairy as in a fairy with little wings. Yeah, she's so adorable. Favorite food, hot chocolate cake, chocolate chip cookies, fruit salad. I feel like myself, I could sit with her and just have like a cup of tea and a little cake, and we could just sit and talk. She just seems so sweet and nice with a really pretty design. Next is this sheep character, and they are instantly gorgeous. Ah, beautiful. I love their colors. You know, typically sheep characters, they tend to be white or black. The fact that they are a really bright, like cherry red, is nice. I love the green horns. They match with the green nose, the little green orb. Like, yeah, overall the color coordination is so nice. The second thing I like is I feel like they're quite a tall character. Maybe it's just the design of the artwork, but I feel like they're quite tall and slender, and you don't really see that often. It's almost quite a retro in a way, like the old Vector the crocodile sort of design, if that makes sense. And then the third thing that I like most is there's just literally one place where there is gold used, which is on these buckles. And I love that in character design where people have color coordination and symmetry, but then they use one color and it just stands out. For this character specifically, it's the gold on the bracelets and the eye color. The eye color isn't used anywhere else in the design, and I always appreciate when people do that. But yeah, they're the things that I like most. Lovely character. Next is Fade. And their character is also called Fade. She is a doctor and an ex-gun agent. Oh, that artwork is gorgeous. That's beautiful. Oh, she's really pretty. Oh, I'm in love. First thing that stands out to me is these shields. Chaos shields. Oh my god, they're so pretty. She's so pretty. I'm in love. The second thing is the outfit. The sort of like the reddish pink used with all the different shades of low saturation grays and dark blues are really, really nice. Oh, she's in love with Shadow. I ship them. I'm sorry, I instantly ship them. Oh, the way she's brushing her hair to the side. God, she's so pretty. The eyes are the next thing that I like. I think I'm gonna lose count on the things that I love about the character. The eyes, the way that they're so soft and blue with the white iris in the middle. I love the stoic personality that absolutely shines through. I think her and Shadow would just get on really well. And the fact that she's a gun agent as well. Everything about this character I adore. Beautiful character. Thanks for sharing her with me, Fade. Okay, next character is Petra the Hedge Cat. Okay, 3 things that I like most. First, you don't even have to tell me that this character is a Sonic and Blaze fan child, right? Because I know you've written that here, but it just stands out so well. So that's, yeah, number 1. It's so prominent. You can tell that this character is Sonic and Blaze's kid. She's got the confident energy that you can see from Sonic, but the awesome fire powers of Blaze. Second thing that I like most is the pink hair, the pink bangs or fringe or quills or whatever you want to call it on the front. You don't really see that often where there's like a completely different color palette change to the hair at the front. You would expect it to generally be white or blue like the rest of the character's fur, but seeing it pink, it just makes the character identifiable. You can go, oh, that's that character because of this color. The third thing that I like most is the outfit. They've got this like sporty energy from the costume. It's definitely something I'd see like, you know, Sonic's daughter wearing. She's energetic, she's sporty, she's wearing like outdoor running clothes. But yeah, they're the three things that I like most. I love their design. Kelsey the Mystic. Hi, I hope you're doing well. So the first thing that stands out to me, and I'm gonna say it, no pants. We got a girl character with no pants. We don't see them enough. We gotta have no pants dance going on. The second thing that I like most is her shirt design. It's so adorable. Look at the little ghosty on her shirt. It's so sweet. The third thing that I like most is her color palette, this sort of like peppermint green. It's so soft, pastel level of green, but then you've got the bright purple eyes, and green and purple go really, really nice together. She's simple, she's soft, she seems so gentle. Yeah, it's a lovely piece of artwork as well, and I just think she's really cute. The next character is from I Circulate Sound, and this is Jade. I know Jade's character. They're so pretty. The first thing that stands out for me is the use of blues and greens together. Palette is important. I'm going to say it 1,000,001 times. I drew this picture, by the way. I've just noticed. I'm in the middle of talking and I got blindsided by my own art. Yeah, the use of blues and greens together goes really nice. They're close to each other on the palette wheel, so you know they're gonna blend well. The second thing that I like most is for a Sonic OC, there's a casual element to it, meaning the outfit. You know, I would wear that outfit if I had a good body for it, but I would totally see myself wearing this outfit. It feels like something that, like, you know, if you wanted to cosplay your own character, you could so get this outfit and wear it and absolutely rock it. The third thing that I like most about this character is you don't see piercings often in Sonic OCs. Piercings and casual outfits are usually more personas, like people putting themselves, their self-representation into the character. So I'm not sure if that's what this character is, but the use of the different piercings on the ears and the mouth and the belly button, it makes me feel very connected to the character because they're quite close to human, you know what I mean? They seem quite like casual and on our level as people. I hope that makes sense, but yeah, their overall design is gorgeous. I love the colors, I love the design, so pretty. Joltsa is next with Serafina. I like the fact that you've used both pieces of art, or my pieces of art. That's so intentional. The first thing that stands out for me is the pastel palette. Oh my god, what a beautiful use of pastel pinks and pastel purples. They go so nice with the character, especially with her soft skin tone as well, like the beige on her face, arms and chest and inner ear. The second thing is the use of sparkles across the outfit and her quills. It looks really nice. She just gives off this what's the word? I wouldn't say mystical, but this just this gemstone, shiny, beautiful, energetic character, just based off the sparkles and the tones alone that you've used. And then the third thing that stands out is it's really simple and it's really small, you know, on her face and around her eyes and her muzzle, the way her skin blends in. She's got this little bump on her head and around her eyes, the way that goes across her face. I think that's really nice. She's such a gorgeous character. She's absolutely beautiful. Yeah, thank you so much for sharing it with me, Joltsa. Next is from Neon Lit Stage, and this is Prism, the Lynx. The first thing is the blues. Oh my gosh, there's so many different blues that are being used here, but they work so well. You've got like soft teals, and then you've got the really dark black blues, and then you've got like the royal blue of the main fur. That looks amazing. The second thing that I like most is the outfit. The outfit design is really nice. I'm a sucker for thigh-high stockings, which you can see on the character here. They look so good on characters, especially if they're wearing like a leotard-style outfit. The blue ribbons that come down the back help define a silhouette, so that's what I'll go for the third point that I like is the character silhouette. I could identify this character in a lineup if they were completely shaded in black. I'm gonna go for a fourth one. Is you've got all these blues going on with the character, but then they've got these bright yellow eyes, and I think that just makes the character stand out a lot. Is there's a lot of focus on their face. It makes me look into those deep yellow eyes. I love yellow eyes on characters anyway, so yeah, what a beautiful character. Thank you so much for sharing them with me, Neon. Next on the list is Skitch the Wolf. The first thing that stands out to me with Skitch the Wolf is it's the backwards cap. And the reason for that is when I very first made my character Purity, or Becky, what she was called back in the day, she also had a backwards cap. I wasn't on the internet at the time because I was still very young. I was like 11 or 12 when I had the design where she had the backwards cap. But yeah, that it makes me think back to my character, and she had the same thing where her bangs or her fringe, her quills would stick through the front, and she was like, you know, Avril Lavigne inspired. So that's the first thing. It makes me like appreciate that sort of design. The second thing that I like most is I love the bottom right picture here where he's showing off his big fangies. I've mentioned it on other characters. I love when people have sharp teeth. Sharp teeth on characters is so nice. I absolutely thumbs up for that. And then the third thing that I like is they just look like I'd have so much fun with them. I wanna go skateboard with them and fracture my ankle, because I can't skateboard. I think we'd have a lot of fun together. Cheshire is up next from Pinku. I've seen this character a few times in different pieces of artwork. The first thing that screams out to me is like chaotic gremlin energy. I feel like they're going to be a menace in some way to me. The bottom right picture gives off that chaotic gremlin, the top right gives off smirk confidence, and then the picture on the left just shows the character just being bold and confident. So if that's what you're trying to portray through this artwork, through your character, it absolutely shows. The second thing that I like most is the eye color, the way that the pupil and is it the sclera, the back part of the eye, which would normally be white on humans and stuff, the way that they're sort of like vice versa to each other is really nice. It stands out really well. And then the third thing that I like most is the outfit. I like when OCs wear something casual to the point where I could probably do cosplay of that character and absolutely fucking rock the outfit, and I'd look so good in it. I want to wear that outfit, especially the big ass bell on my neck. That would be so cool. Yeah, they're the three things that I love about. Oh my god, if they got a goddamn clothing pin in their ear, that's so cool. You can have a fourth one. That's the fourth thing that I like about the character. Thanks so much. Next one is Plague, right? Plague the Darkling. Yeah. First thing, you don't see black arms related character designs or aliens in general in OC design, so it's the most unique, awesome. I need to go back. I'm sorry, 1 second. It's the most unique, awesome thing. I've lost my train of thought. I am so sorry. What have you done to me? The fact that they're being used with Serge and Kit here, it feels like they would make like a great heroes team. They work really like he's like the power of the group, the Knuckles or whatever, or the Big the Cat, the Vector of a heroes team. But yeah, the second thing that I like most is you've stuck to the correct palettes of a Black Arms or alien character. That's what makes them so like identifiable. Obviously the blacks and reds with the vibrant green, like neon green shining eye. And then the third thing is like the way the character is like, you know, Black Doom sort of detached its own personality. Am I right in thinking that this character would attach onto a character and then they could sort of like take over that character, so to speak? I need to know more about them. They're really cool. Yeah, what a badass design. Thanks again for sharing. Next we have Phoenix the Gala, and he's a Babylonian treasure hunter, and just based off the design alone, number one will be the first thing that stands out and that I like, is you don't have to tell me that they're, you know, affiliated with the Babylon Rogues. That is absolutely present in the general design. That's the first thing that I like about them. Second is I love these feather clips, these little gems hanging from them. The little subtle bits of blue that symmetrically go throughout the outfit on the gloves, the feather clips, and the shades. That's awesome. The third thing that I like most is the pastel colors used, like the pale whitish pinkish feather color. The eye color is beautiful, actually. I've just noticed how bold that deep plum color is on the eyes. It just goes so well. I also I have a keychain of this character that I was given at SonicCon. Here's a little video of it. I love it so much. It's in my little keychain collection. Yeah, what a gorgeous design. Thank you so much. Next is Depressed Canadian Refarius. He fucking sucks. Next. Yeah, I'm fucking kidding. I'm kidding. Me and Rotharius are very good friends. What an awesome design. Absolutely fantastic. The first thing that stands out is just that warrior, that brutal... I mean, I have knowledge of this character, so I can go with my personal bias about them and what I know about them, but that, like, brutal, strong, powerful, warrior hunter feeling that I get from them is just the most dominating thing. The second thing is the outfit choice. Again, it falls into that sort of, like, you know, he doesn't look very kept, he's not tidy, he's not neat, he's scruffy, he's got armor, he's surviving, he wants to be the best, he's a fucking mercenary, so he doesn't give a fuck about how he looks, he just wants to be mean and intimidating. And then the third thing that I like most is the eye patch. The design of it's just really cool. A lot of people would generally just go with like some basic pirate material, but the fact that he's kept that yellow glow that comes from his, you know, his natural eyes on the lens of the eye patch looks awesome. The weapons as well. I know I'm going to go into a fourth thing here, but the use of weapons and the big sharp spiky shoulder pad is a unique thing for him. So if I had to identify him through a silhouette, I would be able to do that based off these sharp weapons. They're very like you know, it dominating in the design. So yeah, I love him. Thank you so much again for sharing him with me. Next we have Shira the Inu. Oh, she's adorable. I've seen her before as well. I love your artwork, Rocket. The first thing that stands out to me is I feel like the biker gang thing she's got going on. I know they've got the logo here. I get a biker gang, badass bitch sort of feeling from her. The second thing that I like is the body colors used. Absolutely perfect for the species of dog that they are. They're different uses of blacks, browns, and the very soft beige. It's a really nice use of that dog species and that palette. And then the third thing that I like most is the poofy curly tail. Again, it's such a statement thing for that species of dog, the little curled up tail. It's absolutely adorable. I'm curious, is her tummy here, is that her black fur? Or is that like a black part of the t-shirt and we're getting under boob sort of thing here? Do let me know. I really love the design. I love the little, on the very last bit of fluff, that the beige of her skin goes into that last bit of hair. I hope that makes sense, but yeah, lovely design. Thank you for sharing them with me. The Sparkly Misfit will be next with their character Gambit. Oh, Sonic Outlaws. Yeah, I remember we did that theme. He looks great in an outlaw outfit. The first thing that stands out to me is you see the quill designs where he's got like the red and black on the front quills and the back quills. What I like most about that is a lot of people would tend to just do that design and put it in every single quill. See the way he's got 1, 2, 3 main quills going through his back. A lot of people would just put that in all 3 of them. The fact that he only has it in 1 quill and 2 of the bangs on his side, I love the way that's spaced out. I love the way that's split off. It's really cool. I've never really seen it done that way before in character designs. The second thing that I like most is I love white hedgehogs or white spiky characters, be them hedgehogs, tenrics, and porcupines. I love really light colored fur, so like, you know, blonde characters and white. That's instantly a love for me. And the fact that you've also used reds and blues in the design, I've mentioned it on other characters. I love white, red, and blue together, so that's instantly a like for me. And then the third thing that I like is there's something really cheeky about him. I'm getting this sort of like this cheeky, I don't know if ladies guy's the right word to say, but like, you know, I think he would be quite flirtatious, but then like if I flirted back with him, he might stumble a little bit, you know what I mean? I think I'd be able to outflirt him and make him absolutely lose his shit. I hope that makes sense, but yeah, great design. Next is Ruby from Ghoul Dust. I've drawn this character a few times, so yeah. The first thing that stands out most to me is their outfit design. It's so unique. I've never seen an outfit like this at all from any character. The pattern on the chest, the different uses of blacks, greys, and reds. It's really, really nice. The second thing that I like most is the long... It's like quills, but almost hair at the same time. It goes all the way down to the bottom. It's so poofy and big. It's just so nice. And I drew this picture as well. Like I was saying before, I've drawn this character a few times. And then the third thing that I like is the different colored eyes. I don't do different colored eyes often, but when people do have different colored eyes, it usually tells a story. And especially on this reference here, the fact that there's no reflection in that eye, and I think that was a part of the reference sheet. So I want to know why. And that's a good thing about OCs. When you're making people ask the question, why do they have this? Then, you know, you're doing something right. Yeah, fantastic. I love it. I love the character so much. The next character we will be looking at is Satyr F. The three things that I like most about this character. Number one is the color palette. I know I'm going to be saying color palette a lot with other OCs. I'm going to be doing it throughout this whole video, but color palette is so important on your designs. So the color palette being, you've only used at minimum 2 basic dominant colors, right? Orange and blue. And they work so nice together, and you've taken the different shades of blue, the different shades of orange, and you've, you know, coordinated them quite symmetrically throughout the design. So that's the first thing that I like. The second thing that I like is the athletic gym energy, that they're looking after themselves. They are very confident with their ability, their body, even competitive almost. Like you feel that expression from them. It's such a good energy to feel from the character. You've applied that so well. The third thing that I like, it's eyelashes, the lack of eyelashes. You find that a lot of female characters, even in the main franchise and not just OCs, have very big, long, exaggerated eyelashes. This character does not have that, and I think it makes them look so good. You can see a little one here where she's winking, and that's the perfect time to throw an eyelash in there. Yeah, it's such a not done thing. You don't see many people with female characters who don't have eyelashes, so yeah, it makes them stand out really well. Thank you so much again. I love this OC. Next is Shino the Wolf. Hello Shino, how are you doing? Okay, the three things that I like most. Number one is the pastels used, all the blues, the pinks, the greens on the teal side. They kind of use a palette that makes me think of like a pop star, and obviously we're getting pop star from this character. Like that's the feeling that I get, like an entertainer sort of thing, which leads to the second point for me. I think that the second best thing about him is I know I would have fun with this character. I know that you could have any OC spend time with Shino, and they would have an absolute amazing night. I'd imagine them singing together, going to the arcades, just doing all the fun things that Shino would do, and being such a good entertainer and host. The third thing that I like most is the little stars on the inside of the eyes. That's so unique. Usually when people have like inner eye designs and they want to do like something unique, the pupil itself is usually the star. But the fact that you have this like white dominant star shape on top of the pupil, it's really unique. So yeah, awesome. I think they look like so much fun. I want Purity to go do karaoke with them. Next is from Skyreal or Sky. Apologies if I'm not pronouncing your name right. First two is his superhero AU version. Venom Drench is a popular college guy. Venom Drench is his name. That's a really cool name. Flirty mafia bartender, hee hee. Oh, hello. Hello. I am a fan. I do like this character. Hello. He is handsome. Hello. Okay, first thing that I like is the color palette. The red and blacks go really nice, but then you've got this like gorgeous dominant teal in the eyes, and then the little yellow attributes around it. The second thing that I like is it looks like you're exploring AUs and doing different things with the character. So obviously you're using like, you know, the Spider-Verse sort of thing here. He's so handsome. I love this hood. I love the ears and the little cut in the ear. The third thing that I like most is the attitude. They look like they're quite flirty. Yeah, right? Flirty mafia bartender. Yeah, you've said that yourself. Oh, can I say that I like the forked tongue as well? And the tattoo. There's lots of things that I like about this character, and you've explored different concepts and designs and silhouettes and stuff, so yeah, overall fantastic design. I think they're very handsome. Next is Aries the Wolf from SKC. Hello SKC. Yeah, they're a fantastic design. The artwork is the first thing that makes me go, oh wow, this character looks official. Their design looks official as well. You've stuck with what I think is an unwritten Sonic rule is Sonic character, especially males, don't wear pants. They usually wear upper attire like jackets and stuff like that, but they never seem to wear pants. So good job for sticking to that rule. The second thing that I like is the use of colors. You've got a lot of dark shades, obviously blacks, dark grays, dark blues, dark browns, but then the white trims of the jacket and the white soles of the boot, and then the white area of the eyes just bring out this sort of like the breakdown of the dark palette. And then the third thing that I like is glasses. You don't see official OC designs with glasses. They are usually Sonas, Sonic Sonas, Personas, whatever you want to call them. They're usually the characters that wear glasses. So yeah, that's what I like most about your character. I like their sword too. Next, we have Concord the Hedgehog. Oh, okay, straight away, number one, I love the name. I love the name Concord. That's really cool. I used to know a Concord the Hedgehog a long time ago. The second thing that I like most is their main color of their body, the purple and blue. They're so bold, like purple and blue, and purples in general. You've probably heard me say this on other characters if you've been seeing the previous feedback on other OCs. Purple and blue is such a dominating color, that part of the color wheel. So seeing them together makes the character stand out so vibrant. The third thing that I like most, just based off the pictures alone of the character, they're giving me this like strong, adventurous energy where I think like I would have a good time being around this OC. Like, look at this, they're in this sort of like sci-fi-esque design. They're riding a bike on this one, they're underwater on this one, and there's something sci-fi about this one. Like they give off like a really good adventurous energy that I want to join in with. In an AU, he's a mech pilot as well, so yeah, that's so cool. Yeah, that's what I like most about the character. Thanks for sharing them with me, Sonic Hack. Okay, next, Spark. Yes, I know this character. I love their design. Okay, three of my favorite colors together are red, white, and blue. My character, Purity, is obviously red, white, and blue. Her dominant colors are red, white, and blue. So if I see a character that has a domination of red, white, and blue on their outfit or their design, I'm gonna go, I like that. So that's the first thing that stands out for me. You're using the colors that I really love to see on designs. The second thing that I like is the little small yellow elements. Again, I do that on my own character. Her dominant is red, white, and blue, but there's little bits of yellow in there with like buckles and stuff like that. You've done this with your character. I love the swirls in their quills. I'm curious if they do something cool, if they glow, if they're ever powered up, or they're just a dominant part of their design. I use the word dominant a lot thinking about this. Anyway, and the third thing that I like most is their shades, the glasses that they wear. I think there's always something that's super identifiable about individual like OCs, especially ones that I'm aware of. And if I see those shades, I go, oh yeah, those are Spark shades. If I put them on a table without the character, I'd be like, those are Spark shades. I gotta go give them back to him. But yeah, that's what I like most about your character. Thanks for sharing them with me today. next character is Sora Starlight from Sora Starlight. I've watched your Twitch a bunch of times. 1/3 hedgehog, 1/3 Tenric, 1/3 Chow, and 100% dumb. That last point, 100% dumb, we're gonna get on just fine, me and your OC. The first thing that stands out to me, I've mentioned this on other characters, is I am a big sucker for red, white, and blue. Those colors used together on an OC, and that's exactly what this is. There's a domination of red, white, and blue. I love the use of the stars for the second point on different elements of their outfit, on the headphones, on the logo, on their pink jacket, on the buckles of their roller boots. And then the third thing I like is the yo-yo. That's the bumper from one of the Sonic 1 stages, right? I think it might be Spring Yard Zone. I love that. I love when people take elements from the official game, something small like a bumper or a star post or a chaos drive, and they implement that into their character. It becomes like, you know, linked to the franchise. But yeah, I think they're a great design. I want to go roller booting with them and then fall over and get a concussion, and then have to go to hospital, and Sora has to hold my hand in the ambulance on the way, and then we laugh about it in the future. But yeah, thank you so much for sharing them with me, Sora. What a great character. Okay, the next character is from SPD64, and it says Nicole the cat. I've seen this character so many times, and again, the first thing that's going to pop out to me is the use of purples. I absolutely love purple OCs, and the fact that you've used so many different types of purples, the 4 different purple palettes, looks really, really nice. It goes so well together. The second thing that I like most is the eye color, and the reason why that is, it's like the only color on their body that's used, and it's only used once, so it makes like such a statement color. It makes their eyes stand out really nice. The third thing that I like most is the outfit. It's just so well put together. It's symmetrical, it's different. Usually when you see like female OC characters, they're all wearing bodysuits and stuff like that, but this character's got this like nice unique jacket. Yeah, I think they're lovely. Oh, I love their little sharp fangs like blazes as well. That's so cute. But yeah, what a lovely design. Thank you so much for sharing them with me. Okay, next out of our OCs is Starly's character Flask. Okay, the first thing that stands out to me for Flask is the inclusion of nature. And the good thing about this one is, like, when people make nature-esque characters, the main color that dominates is usually green, because plants equals green. But I get more like, you know, the bark, the wood, the ground from this character, and then you get the elements of the leaves and the plants in their hair. So that's the first thing that stands out. You've definitely included that nature feeling from them. The second thing that I like, oh, actually, to go back on that, I've just seen at the bottom of the reference sheet the bad mood, the neutral mood, and the good mood. If they're in a bad mood, mushrooms and thorns stand out, and if they're in a good mood, flower stands out. Oh my god, that's such a cool idea. That's such a cool concept. Hats off to that one. That's so nice. The second thing that I like about them, silhouette. I'm going to say it, I repeat it a lot. Silhouette is really important, especially with their weapon and their hat. If I, you know, did an overlay on that character and I put them in a line of like 100 other characters, I would be able to go, that one there is Flask, because they just have that unique silhouette that is so identifiable. And the third thing that I get from them that I like is, like, I feel this like gremlin energy from them. They seem a little bit mischievous, whether they're like troublemakers or not. I don't know much about the background of this character, but the feeling that I get is like they're kind of chaotic. They have that chaotic energy, but not in a bad way, in like a funny, whimsical, playful way. But yeah, they're the 3 things that I like most. What a lovely character, Starly. Sugai Nikki and their baby Kiri, the sand cat. What a cute species. Oh, I love them. First of all, the color. I absolutely love this, like this soft lime green, and then the bright yellow eyes. I've mentioned it for other characters. I love bright yellow eyes. The second thing, the star on her forehead is just the sticker and has no actual powers. Are you freaking kidding me? That is adorable. I love that. I'm gonna peel that thing off. I'm gonna get the peelies off that thing. I'm just gonna rip it right off. I'm gonna wax it off like it's a waxing strip. I love it. That's so cool. I've never seen anyone do something so silly with their character like that. Amazing. And then the third thing that I like is the rollies, the rolly shoes. A lot of people, they tend to use soap shoes or roller boots, but you never see actual little rollies. And the color of them as well, the white and yellow, that goes really well with the fake yellow star on their head. It's such a great design. You should be proud of this. I love them. Great design. Is the one and only lemon scented, lemon flavored, lemon inspired Tanza the cat. What I love most about Tanza is, again, I am so sorry everybody, I'm gonna say it almost with every single character, it's the color palette. It's so simple. We're using whites, blues and yellows, and they all work really nice together. It's not overcomplicated, it's symmetrical, it's just so nice to look at. The second thing that I like most is it's the adjacent energy to Blaze the cat, where, you know, she's a cat who has fire powers. This is a cat who has electricity powers. She fits so well into that sort of like that concept of these other cat-like beings having elemental powers. I'm picturing in my head other cats like ice cats and you know, earth-based cats. It's such a cool concept. I know that she's from the Soul Dimension as well, so that's why that sort of plays in my mind a little bit. The third thing that I like most is electrical powers in general. I know this picture isn't showing off electrical powers. I'm using my pre-existing knowledge of this character, but electricity is such a fun thing to play with when you're creating a character design. And I know that she's not ridiculously OP with those powers. I've seen how you've kind of broken down her ability and what you can do with it. So yeah, they're the three things that I like most. Thank you so much for sharing Tanza with everybody today. Next is Trixie Velvet, with their OC Trixie Velvet. She's a desert bunny. That's really cute, from Mirage Saloon. I'm gonna point that out then. When you use a official place from one of the Sonic World zones and you put that character in that residence, I instantly fall in love with it, because you're using the canonical games to bring your OC's world to life. The second thing that I like most is the outfit. It is so freaking cute. The use of yellows and blues, but then the little trims of pink on the outfit. There's a good amount of colors going. I'm not a fan of when OCs have way too many colors going on, and then when you look at the color reference sheet and there's like 17 different colors and you don't know where they go. Like, this character has such the perfect balance of colors. The third thing that I like most is bunny rabbits. I love bunny characters. She's got that like full back floppy ears the way Cream has, but then in a sense that she's you wouldn't look at her and go, that's just Cream the rabbit. She's got her own unique sort of thing going on. The little chow heart above her head identifies her through her silhouette. Yeah, she's just so pretty. Thank you so much for sharing it with me, Trixie. Wilma is next. Oh my god, what a beautiful character. Holy shit. God, where do I start? Okay, number one is the horns, and that ties in with silhouette. They give off this like, oh, scary, freaky. Oh my god, I love them so much. I'm lost for words. The horns, the ears, the hair, the silhouette that they're giving off, absolutely fantastic design. A second thing is the outfit. I'm not sure if they're affiliated with the Eggman Empire or sort of thing, but that's sort of a oh, I'm reading the text right now. Mad scientist, formerly worked for Eggman. Makes a lot of sense. The outfit that you've chosen for them definitely gives off that sort of mad scientist, Eggman Empire sort of feeling. This definitely gives off mad scientist. The third thing that I like is just with every piece of art here, I am just so intrigued. I'm scared. And I want to kiss them as well. Is that okay? Can I kiss them? Dude, what an awesome character. Yeah, hats off. I am lost for words. Absolutely gorgeous. Did I even give you 3 points? I think I just gooned for the most of this part of the video. I'm sorry. We have Zarya, a Zeti OC. Again, number one, straight into the first thing. You don't see Zeti OCs often, so that's going to be the first thing that I like most. The second thing is that the color used, I don't think that color is used in the Zeti lineup. I know that there's a yellow Zeti. I think this one is more of an orange tone, so they would stand out well in the Zeti lineup. The third thing that I like is their silhouette will be unique amongst that Zeti lineup. If I did a black overlay on all of them, I'd be able to identify Zarya here. Their name is really cool as well. I know that all the characters, I know this is a fourth point, but yeah, all characters in the Zeti group, the Deadly Six, would have to begin with Z, I believe. So you followed that sort of rule and called them Zarya. I like the bombs as well, and the things on the wrists, and the purple eyes. There's so many things I'm just pointing out here, but yeah, there's loads of little things that I love, so yeah. Awesome, thank you. Hello, just as I was about to start carrying on recording, it seems that my voice is starting to go a little bit, meaning it's drying out. It feels really raspy right now, and I'm having a hot tea to let it rest, so we will call it for today's video, and I will do part 2 and possibly part 3 coming up next. Thank you so much, guys, for joining me today. It's been so much fun talking about your OCs, and I'm so sorry that they were only short and sweet snippets of what I like about your OC. I wish I had all the time in the world to tell you how much your OCs are cute. But yeah, see you in the next video. Bye bye.